Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host of this evening, if you don't already know by now. But if you don't, I'm the host of the Grassroots show. Don't cross the line. Yes, the founder, 2003, bringing everyone together in the communities, especially at football grounds. We were on about yesterday at Jeffrey Humble, as we said on yesterday's show. And it was a great day, to be honest. You know, it was walking around, there was a few little games on. I was doing a little bit of video for the Lean On Me, Heart of Gold, One Step Ahead of Mental Health. Well, the song is released at, well, hopefully end of August, first week in September. Today I'll get hold of my video editors and find out what's happening and how far we've gone. I've got to speak to Dave. I know he'll be out and about singing his head off, no doubt, a great singer, and he was the mastermind, well, not the mastermind, but the lead singer, basically ahead of the choir, so the kids choir could sing along with him, and we're looking forward to that one. So hopefully I'll also ring Dave and find out how he's getting on with when we can release that, when we can put it out, so and get the license number then and see, and put it on YouTube and put it on Facebook and do everything with it, because it'll be ours then to release. So yeah, looking forward to it. Anyway, what are we saying? Have you been out and about today? Hope you've had a great day. If you have, I know Everton with the Hill Dickinson Stadium, we're at home today. We'll give you some feedback on that one on the Friday, and Liverpool play Newcastle United tomorrow evening, and unfortunately I'm in work on that one, so what more could I do? It's one of those things, isn't it? So if you've been out and about today, hopefully playing football, I mean, you've been supporting the referee if you've had a referee. I was talking to one or two of them yesterday. They were doing well at Grassroots side of things. How many new referees have we got coming in this season? That's going to be a lot, well, quite a few. So, so first and foremost, we were talking about referees just then, and we were speaking to them, or one or two yesterday, experienced referees, shall we say. Now the new ones will be coming in, a bit nervous, so wherever you are, please don't forget, make sure that you've got each and every one of them in hand, looking after them and giving them well, introduce yourselves. Don't forget if you're a manager or coach going into a league, and I know the North Liverpool League, you have to bear with me, I've got a bit chesty this morning. The North Liverpool League tend to bring in loads and loads of kids, youngsters, and give them a chance. And I think it's brilliant to see new referees coming, and we know there's a few gone because some are at uni, and they've come their pathway to start refereeing, give themselves a few bob and save up for university, and then move on to whatever they've been studying for, and hopefully they'll get work and go further. But how many of those referees, we were asked that question the other day, stay in the game, you know? I think young Callum Sutton is one who will be staying, and if he does tend to stay, honestly, he's a referee that will make it. But it all depends what comes. I always talk to these referees what they face, the challenges they face ahead in life. Can they go ahead and referee, or is work come? Are they preferences? Can they do it around that way? It all depends what job they have and they're aiming for. If they're in the sports side of things, maybe they could squeeze refereeing into it. I'm not too sure, but hey ho, it's one of those things. So how many do we really have who will take up that whistle and professional side of things? Maybe not many, and it's not their fault, but we do come across, and we've said it before, I know referees who would have made it, but obviously work came first, so they've chose that pathway, and you don't blame them, because we all have that choice in life, don't we? Which way do we go? Well, not as much of a choice, you know what I mean? You can't get everything, but if you've got a chance to either play football, referee, officiate, whatever it comes, whatever, you know, fireman, ambulance driver, whatever it comes along in life, you make that choice and you take that choice and you decide to take that job. So yeah, that's life, isn't it? Life goes on. Anyway, if you've been out and about today, let's just hope that you're shown, if you've had a referee, loads of respect to that referee, respect on and off the field of play. Get your club used to it, because it's coming next week. Yeah, many leagues start next week. The Grassroots season is back after this Premier League weekend moves on. Last bank holiday, everything changes. The kids go back to school. You've got all your uniforms. Wow, it's cost you a fortune. It's also costing you a fortune in grassroots football. Now, we put this out yesterday, didn't we? And I had a lot of feedback. I was talking to people about this yesterday, and people were sort of like, you know, I don't know whether I'll get through this season. That's the what you pick up off them. And we put this message out across yesterday on a post. And to be honest, the cost is extreme. It really is in grassroots football what you're paying out. And we put change.org. You see that? And all it is a petition. And once we've got it filled up, we can actually go and push and say, look, we've got this much support. Can we push for lower cost and secure funding in grassroots football? And that goes with clubs. That goes to clubs as well. We know there's people are running things as a business, and many of the clubs aren't a business, because obviously if it's your business, you've got to pay big tax on it. That's how it goes. But if you're running your club through your business, then you've got to make all your parents and everyone who's involved in that club aware of that. You've got to tell them you're signing up for my business, basically. So you can go on to that, and it's free. If you think you're paying too much and you want to try and save money in your pocket, change.org, and Change will put more money in your pocket, believe me, because it's no good coming to me, talking to me and saying, you're right, you know, the price is extreme, I can just about afford it. Get on, let's do something about it. You know, get the support going, and it's me as well, really. I should be pushing this wherever I go, giving these leaflets out, and I've got a booth full of these leaflets that I've got done to promote this, and I should be doing it. I should be really doing it and getting out there and getting the word out, getting thousands upon thousands of signatures to help in grassroots football. This is what we want to do. We want to try and put more money in your pocket rather than into your clubs, into your teams, and you know, it's saving. We want the teams to do well, don't get me wrong. We want every club to survive out there and make sure that they've got teams to put into leagues for the kids' sake. But we don't want it to be extreme, the cost extreme, how much you're paying out, what it's costing you for football boots, for shorts, for kits, for, you know, everything. And we know clubs have signing on fees, and we know clubs don't have signing on fees. And my pet hate is a signing on fee, to be honest, because subs should cover everything. Whatever your subs are, everything should be covered within that team. We've got like 10 kids in an under sevens. You know, work that out, whatever your subs are, whatever you're paying them, and then just deduct your league fees, deduct your referee fees, and affiliation and insurance. And I'm sure that's all it is, because no doubt you'll have a sponsor who will pay for the kit. And there's plenty of sponsors out there. Well done to all the sponsors who are helping all these teams. Now, you can't run a club and tell everyone to get their own sponsor, pay subs on top. You've got to give something back to the kids. We were talking about this yesterday, and it's going to be a big topic in the future, I assure you. And I want to see just how many teams start off and just how many teams fold halfway through the season, because we do know there was quite a few last year folding, and some of the leagues have pushed for teams to join them at a late stage, to be honest, and they used to be full, 100%, they used to be full. Once you put it out there, bang, wow, you're in a queue then to get in there. But I saw one or two leagues advertising for new teams to come into their league as well. So is this the state of football? grassroots football, are we pricing the kids out of playing the game only because the parents cannot afford it? So we want to look for the club of the year next year. That's what we're looking at. The best team, the best club who are giving value for money to all the kids, to all the parents, giving something back to the community, to the kids, to the teams. And why would you, as a club, what would you suggest that why you're the best club to go to? Because we'll be feeding all this back, and we'll be promoting teams and clubs who are really there to really push everything through and try and give all the kids value for money. That's all we want to do. And obviously the feedback that we're getting now seems to be working, and it's off a lot of parents as well. Excuse me while I have a sip of water. Thank you, you do that. Quench the thirst, as they say, probably keeps you alive as well, no doubt, drinking. Anyway, I'm talking about water. Yeah, so we want to have a look, Club of the Year, regardless of where you're from. Send in your details, what your value for money is, what you do to give back to the teams that's in your club, how much you charge in subscriptions, affiliation fees, whatever it is, what comes out of those subs. And we're looking obviously for the best club, and also for poor touchline behaviour. How do you cope with that on the sidelines? We want to find out of you, the club, because we want our referees protected as well. So that's in with that in the Club of the Year. So nominate yourselves, just give us details, it's simple. Send me an email, mal@don'txtheline.com. Break down your name of your club, you break down what you charge all the kids, what the kids get back in return. It's so easy. It's your club name, your secretary, whoever sent it in. Even the parents, you can nominate your club by doing that, what you pay, what you get back. This is what we want to see, value for money. We know you can't do anything about the hubs, you have to pay training fees if you've got them there, that's unfortunate. But what comes out of your subs, what you get. If I was running a club now, I'd really, because us, we were charging the basic, the £15, and what we had to do then, or we put it to all the parents, if we need to suggest to them that we've got a training situation and it's costing more money, they all chipped in. Everyone chipped in the same amount of money. There was no qualms. They all knew what they were paying. It was for their children, and we had free coaching for them. Free coaching, brilliant. Is that what we do? Give us all the feedback what you have. This is what we want. Loads of feedback off you, off your parents, off your secretary, off your committees, and just to let me know, or DXTL know, why you should be Club of the Year for 25-26 season. Not last season, this season coming. You give us a massive breakdown. Many secretaries or accountants will, treasurers, they will do that. And let's get the feedback, because I can't think of anything better than giving good feedback on here on the podcast show, Grassroots Show, to let everyone know just how good your club is, or your team. Individual, you can put it all in, what you're doing, what you do through the season. Do you do tournaments? Do you do summer leagues? Do you do winter leagues? How do you do it? Do you poach all the players from another team? And that goes on. We do know that. People come and go, and you hear these stories every single day. If I had a microphone, if I recorded up and you heard the stories that I get fed back to, you wouldn't believe, maybe you would, what goes on within grassroots football. Loads of jealousy, loads of I can't stand that team, we need to beat that team, that line's pathetic, that line's terrible. And you know what, when you hear some of these, I go out and I listen to the lines and watch the lines, and it's not as bad as what some people make out. And I've watched them 2, 3, 4, 5 times throughout a season. And you come across things like that. If you thought it was really, really poor behaviour, we would report it, to the committees first what our findings are. But thankfully, those things are working in grassroots football. So, as I say, if you've had a weekend out and about, and tomorrow, no doubt, Bank Holiday Monday, there'll be tournaments going on, left, right and centre. Wherever you are, whatever tournament you're in, let us know, give us the feedback, and make sure that you support your referee as well. Not just the kids, don't just encourage the kids, encourage the referee as well, because it makes a massive difference. It really does out there. We need your support. We need you to keep your referees within the game themselves. I'm just checking, I've got loads of time, just how much time that we've got on the show. Yeah, you need to support your referees. It's what it's all about, because there's going to be a lot of new referees coming into next season, next week. We'll meet up with them and we'll give feedback on them, I'll watch them, and the only advice I give them is to go on deaf ears, don't argue back, and just make sure that you blow that whistle and let the children know why you've given a free kick. Explain to them, and it works a treat, you know, because you're in charge of that whistle. Really powerful whistle, make it loud and you'll be proud. That's what it is. Honestly, people will be proud of you, because you get that feedback where you go, referee's brilliant, blowing a whistle, letting everyone know what the foul's for, free kicks for, you know. And we always tell them, the reason we say go on deaf ears is because they shouldn't have to answer to any irate parent or spectator from the sideline, or manager or coach as well, because there is one or two of them as well will have a go at that referee. It's win at all costs with some coaches and managers, we know that, and a lot of parents. But we just love the parents who go on there and watch that game and get behind all the kids, clapping, supporting, encouraging. It's what it's all about, enjoyment. Letting the kids play football, letting the kids smile, enjoying it, playing the football that they should be playing. It'll go a long way. It really, really will go a long way if you support and encourage these kids. So, you've had a good season last season, you've got it coming up this season, and the majority of leagues will start next week. We know referees, they'll all be there, there'll be hundreds of referees on those leagues, and we'll be chatting to them, we'll be chatting to yourselves as managers or coaches, but we want that feedback as well. You can tell me, you know what I mean, I'll take some feedback off you when we're out and about, because that's where I get a lot of feedback when I'm visiting all these grounds, you know, these leagues, and the people who are coming up to me and talking to me and saying, God blimey, you're right about that, you know, it's cost me a fortune. As I say, do something about it. Change.org, keep the costs down. And also, we'll finish off with our one step ahead of mental health. It's going well. We'll have a lot going on very, very soon indeed. We're going to promote that very soon indeed as well, because, yes, because it's promoted in grassroots football. So kids could be suffering in silence out there. We want to get that message across. We want the kids to understand more about mental health, and we want more managers and coaches to get involved, talk to them, watch for the signs. We'll be talking to officials, FA officials, to see if they can put on courses for these kids, not the kids, for managers, parents as well, if they want to find out a little bit more about mental health and what they should be looking for, the signs that they should be feeding back. Talk to the parents, the managers and coaches, get on with them, let them know what's happening, talk to each other, make a difference. Have a managers meeting once a month, we always say that, have a managers meeting once a month, and you'll learn a lot more, and give some feedback about that child and what they think they're doing in training and attitudes, how they're coming across. If we both feedback to each other, then you'll all have an eye on the kids playing football, and teamwork is really, really good. The morale in the club should be really top. No one should be bullying anyone within the club, whatever, because that can create problems in the long run as well. So if we all work together in that sense, just stopping that one, if we all work together in that sense, you know where we're coming from. So wherever you're out and about, please support your referee, especially next week, these competitions, there is a few tournaments this bank holiday week, and I know for a fact we'll be out and about, maybe filming the game, one more game, to get a bit of footage in for our video for the song, to see what's what, because I can't wait for this to be released. I want to catch up. I'll have loads of information for you next week on where you can listen to it, tune in, support it, maybe even purchase it, because it's support for one step ahead of mental health in grassroots football. We really are looking forward to the big launch as well. So remember, respect on and off the field of play whenever you go out. Thanks for joining us this week, and excuse me, for this weekend. You've been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for the feedback. Don't forget to change.org. Get your feedback in on that one. Sign a petition, it's free. If you want to try and bring costs down in grassroots football, we'll work on your behalf and promote all this. You never know. Don't stand there and say, well, you know, nothing can be done, we just got to pay it. You really haven't. Honestly, we'll put pressure on, and we'll make sure that it's cheaper costs in your pocket, saving money for you, so you can go out for the day somewhere else with your children, with your family. Start saving and sign that petition. From myself, Mal Lane, all the team here at the Grassroots Show, don't cross the line. Heart of Gold Initiative, respect, no ref, no game, and one step ahead of mental health. We'll be back on Friday. We'll keep you updated on our young commentators when they're back, and no doubt we'll have a little show and a little catch up to give you more info on what's happening. Cheerio for now. We'll see you Friday night.